హలో నమస్తే అండి. ఈరోజు మనం డిస్కస్ చేసుకోబోయే టాపిక్ ఎన్విరాన్మెంటల్ ఇంజనీరింగ్, సమ్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ ఫార్ములాస్ అండ్ టాపిక్స్. ఫస్ట్ I will discuss about the topic population forecasting methods. First, arithmetic progressing method, geometric progression method, incremental increasing method. First I will discuss about the topic arithmetic progressive method. Increase in population from decade to decade is assumed to be constant. Decade to decade ఏమనుకుంటామంటే కాన్స్టెంట్గా అస్యూమ్ చేసుకుంటాం. Pn is equal to P0 plus Nx bar. Pn means projected population after n decades. P0 means initial population per last census. N is the number of decades between now and future. X bar is the average increase in population per decade. One example for arithmetic progression method is the population of 5 decades are given. Find out the population after 1 and 6 decades beyond last census by arithmetic progression method. సమ్ ఏమి ఇచ్చాడంటే 1930లో పాపులేషన్ 25,000, 1940 పాపులేషన్ 28,000, 1950 పాపులేషన్ 34,000, 1960 పాపులేషన్ 42,000, 1970 పాపులేషన్ 47,000. ఇంక్రీజ్ ఎంత ఇంక్రీజ్ అయింది ఇయర్ టు ఇయర్ అంటే 1930తో కంపేర్ చేసుకుంటే 1940లో 3,000 ఇంక్రీజ్ అయింది. అంటే 28,000 minus 25,000 that is equal to 3,000. 1940 నుంచి 1950కి చూసుకుంటే 6,000 ఇంక్రీజ్ అయింది. 1950 to 60 అనేది 8,000. 1960 to 70 5,000. యావరేజ్ ఇంక్రీజ్ ఎంత ఇంక్రీజ్ అవుతుందంటే ఇయర్ టు ఇయర్ పాపులేషన్ ఇంక్రీజ్ 4 ఉన్నాయి కాబట్టి 3,000 plus 6,000 plus 8,000 plus 5,000 is equal to 22,000 by 4. X bar ఎంత వచ్చిందంటే 5,500. So it will replace in formula, that is population after 1 decade. P1 ఎంత అంటే P1 is equal to P0 plus Nx bar. P1 means last year. మనం నెక్స్ట్ ఇయర్ కనుక్కోవాలి కాబట్టి 1980 is equal to decade means 10 years. P0 plus Nx bar. P0 means 1970 population 47,000 plus N అంటే ఫస్ట్ మనం 1 డికేట్కి పాపులేషన్ క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేస్తున్నాము కాబట్టి n ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు 1. ఎక్స్ బార్ మీన్స్ యావరేజ్ ఇంక్రీజ్ 5,500. P 1980 ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు 52,500. దట్ ఈస్ ద one example for arithmetic progression method. Next example, one example for arithmetic progression method. మనకి ప్రాబ్లంలో ఏమి ఇచ్చాడంటే ఫైండ్ అవుట్ ది పాపులేషన్ ఆఫ్టర్ 1 and 6 decades అన్నాడు. ఇన్ దిస్ 1 decade క్యాలిక్యులేషన్ ఈజ్ 1980 ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు 52,500. 6 decades పాపులేషన్ క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేయాలంటే P6 ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు Pn ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు P0 ప్లస్ Nx బార్. P6 ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు P0 ప్లస్ Nx బార్. 6 decades 1970 నుంచి 6 decades ఎంత వస్తుందంటే 2030. P0 అంటే 47,000. N మీన్స్ 6 decades తర్వాత కాబట్టి 6 into 5,500. 2030 పాపులేషన్ 80,000 పాపులేషన్. సో నెక్స్ట్ I will discuss about నెక్స్ట్ మెథడ్ జామెట్రిక్ ప్రోగ్రెషన్ మెథడ్ ఆర్ జామెట్రిక్ ఇంక్రీజ్ మెథడ్. దీంట్లో ఏం చెప్తుందంటే ఈ మెథడ్లో మనం ఏం క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేస్తామంటే పర్సంటేజ్ ఇంక్రీజ్ ఇన్ పాపులేషన్ ఫ్రమ్ డికేడ్ టు డికేడ్ ఈజ్ అస్యూమ్డ్ టు బి కాన్స్టెంట్గా తీసుకుంటాం. GOV manual recommends geometric progression method because it gives maximum value out of other methods. So Pn is equal to P naught into 1 plus R by 100 whole power n. Pn అంటే projected population after n decades. P naught is equal to population of last known decade. N is the number of decades between now and future. R is the geometric rate of increase in population per decade. R is equal to m root R1, R2, R3, R4 and so on Rm. So one example for geometric increasing method. Determine the future population of town by geometric increasing method in the year 2011. Year 1951 population 93, 1961 వచ్చేపాటికి 111, 1971 వచ్చేపాటికి 132, 1981 వచ్చేపాటికి 361. So calculation for geometric increasing method population. One question is given. Determine the future population of town by geometric increasing method in the year 2011. So 1951 year population increase. 1951 వచ్చేపాటికి 93, 1961 111, 1971 132, 1981 161. ఎంత ఇంక్రీజ్ అవుతుందంటే 1951 నుంచి 61కి 111 minus 93 18, 132 minus 111 21, 161 minus 132 29. So R is equal to m root R1, R2, R3 and so on Rm. పర్సంటేజ్ ఇంక్రీజ్ ఎంత ఎలా క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేస్తామంటే 18 by బిఫోర్ ఇయర్ 93 పాపులేషన్ 951 పాపులేషన్ 18 by 93 into 100, 21 by 111 into 100, 29 by 132 into 100. That is the percentage increase. 1961 వచ్చేప్పటికి percentage increase 19.35%. 1971 వచ్చేప్పటికి 18.91%. 1981 వచ్చేప్పటికి 21.96%. So R is equal to cube root 19.35 into 18.91 into 21.96. R is equal to 20.9% per decade. సో ఇక్కడ మనకి సమ్లో ఇచ్చిన క్వశ్చన్ ఏంటంటే 2000 ఇయర్లో ఎంత పాపులేషన్ ఉంటుందో ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయమన్నాడు. సో P 2011 ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు 1981 ఫార్ములాకి వచ్చేప్పటికి Pn ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు P నాట్ ఇంటూ 1 ప్లస్ R బై 100 హోల్ పవర్ ఎన్. సో P 1981 పాపులేషన్కి వచ్చేప్పటికి 161, 1 plus 20.9 by 100 whole cube. So answer is 284.514. Next, incremental increasing method. Incremental increasing method means combination of arithmetic and geometric increase method. Actual increase in each decade is found. Average increment increase is found. Population after n decades from present is given. Pn is equal to P naught plus nx bar plus n into n plus 1 by 2 y bar. Pn means projected population after n decades. P naught means population of last known decade. N is number of decades between now and future. X bar is average increase of population of known decades. Y bar is average incremental increases of known decades. Determine the future population of town by incremental increasing method in the year 2000. So ఇచ్చిన ప్రాబ్లం ఇయర్ పాపులేషన్ 1940కి వచ్చేపాటికి ఇంత పాపులేషన్, 1950కి వచ్చేపాటికి నియర్లీ 46 million, 1960కి వచ్చేపాటికి నియర్లీ 5,47 lakhs, 86,437. 1970కి వచ్చేపాటికి 6,35 lakhs, 67,863, age 23. 1980కి వచ్చేపాటికి 6,90 lakhs, 77,461. That is formula for incremental increasing method, Pn is equal to P naught plus Nx bar plus N into N plus 1 by 2 y bar. So calculation for incremental increasing method population. Determine the future population of town by incremental increasing method in the year 2000. Pn is equal to P naught plus Nx bar plus N into N plus 1 by 2 y bar. Year population increase, incremental increase. Year 1940 వచ్చేపాటికి 2,37,000, 37,98,000 624. Increasing population 1950 minus 1940. Incremental increase before calculation same as before calculated. So x bar is equal to average increase of population of known decades. So x is equal to 4,52,78979 by 4. Y bar in the increase is average increase population is increase x bar, incremental increase is y bar. So these values substitute in the formula. Pn is equal to P naught plus Nx bar plus N into N plus 1 by 2 y bar. P 2000 కి వచ్చేపాటికి P 1918 plus 2 into x bar 2 into 2 plus 1 by 2 y bar. So P 2000 కి వచ్చేపాటికి population 7,41,46,717. GOL manual recommends ఏమిటంటే arithmetic increasing method is used for old toilets where growth rate is constant. For new and younger cities we will use geometric progression method. Whether there is negative rate of increase, incremental increasing method is used. Fourth one, incremental increasing method generally gives values in between arithmetic progression method and geometric progression method. Next concept, water demand. వాటర్ డిమాండ్కి వచ్చేపాటికి ఫైర్ డిమాండ్ for total amount of water consumption for city 50 lakhs population is hardly amounts 1 LPCD, but this water should be easily available and kept always stored in service reservoirs. Fire demand calculation, fire demand formulas for the calculation of water demand. Fire demand, when population exceeds 50,000, the water required for fire demand can computed using the empirical formulas. First, Kuchling's formula for fire demand, Q is equal to 3182 root P. Second one, Freeman's formula, Q is equal to 1136 into P by 10 plus 10. Third one, National Board of Fire Underwriters formula, when population is less than or equal to 2 lakhs, Q is equal to 4637 root P into 1 minus 0.01 root P. When population is greater than 2 lakhs, Q is equal to 54,600 liter per minute. Booston's formula, Q is equal to 5663 root P. Q ante quantity of water in liter per minute, P ante population in 1000. The one example for the calculating the fire demand, that is what will be the fire demand for city having population of 4 lakhs by Kuchling's formula. In this sum we using Kuchling's formula, Q is equal to 3182 root P. 3182 root P place lo 4 lakhs, that answer is 63,640 liters per minute. Next question, compute the fire demand for a city having population 1,40,000 per all formulas. Kuchling's formula for fire demand, Q is equal to 3182 root P. Freeman's formula, Q is equal to 1136 into 10 plus 10. when National Board of Fire Underwriters formula, when population is less than or equal to 2 lakhs, Q is equal to 4637 root P into 1 minus 0.01 root P. When population is greater than 2 lakhs, Q is equal to 54,600 liter per minute. Booston's formula, Q is equal to 5663 root P. Various types of demands for design. First one, maximum daily demand is equal to 1.8 into average daily consumption, 1.8 Q. Second one, maximum hourly demand for maximum day per peak demand is equal to hourly variation factor into maximum daily consumption by 24 is equal to 1.5 into maximum daily demand by 24. Maximum daily demand formula 1.8 into average daily demand. So 1.5 into 1.8 into average daily demand by 24, that is equal to 1.5 into 1.8 by 24 Q, that is 2.7 into average daily demand by 24. 2.7 into Q by 24 is equal to 2.7 into annual average hourly demand. Various types of demands for design. Third one, coincident draft or demand or supply is equal to maximum daily demand plus 5 demand. Fourth one, total draft, maximum of coincident draft, maximum hourly consumption. Stoichiometric principles. 1 mole is equal to weight in gram calculated by the chemical formula 2H2 plus O2 is equal to 2H2O. In this 2H2 ఎన్ని గ్రామ్స్ ఉంటుందంటే వెయిట్ 4 grams, O2 weight 32 grams, 2H2O means 36 grams. నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ మోల్స్ ఫార్ములా వచ్చి గివెన్ weight of compound by molecular weight, equivalent is equal to molecular weight by valency, that is equal to equivalent weight of Ca2 plus 40 by 2, equivalent weight of CaCO3 100 by 2. Stoichiometric principles. Number of gram equivalent is equal to given weight of compound by equivalent compound. CaCO3 plus Ca2 plus CO3 2 minus 1 gram equivalent of anything reacts with 1 gram of equivalent of any other thing to give 1 gram of equivalent of resultant. Normality is equal to number of gram equivalents by liters of solution. Second one, chemical parameters. Alkalinity. For alkalinity measurements, 0.02 Newton H2SO4 is used in titration. 1 ml of acid, that is 0.02 N H2SO4 gives 1 mg per liter value of alkalinity expressed as CaCO3, that is 0.02 by 1000 into 100 by 2 into 1000 is equal to 1. Normality formula, number of gram equivalents by liters of solution. One example for the calculation of total alkalinity of water. Water contains 210 grams of CO3 2 minus 122 grams of HCO3 3 minus and 68 grams of OH minus. What is the total alkalinity of water expressed as CaCO3? This is a solution for above sum. 210 grams of CO3 2 minus gram equivalent formula, given weight by equivalent weight. Given weight 210 grams, equivalent weight వచ్చేపటికి 60 by 2 7 grams. How to find out the equivalent weight? CO3 2 minus means carbon 12 plus 3 into oxygen 8 minus into minus 2, that is 60 by 2 7 grams per equivalent weight. 122 grams by HCO3 minus gram equivalent weight వచ్చేపటికి given weight by equivalent weight. Total 68 grams of OH minus ions, given weight by equivalent weight 68 by 17 by 1 4 grams. Total given equivalent of alkalinity 7 plus 2 plus 4 13 grams of equivalent weight. And the sum for calculation of total alkalinity of water, 13 grams of equivalent of CaCO3 weight of CaCO3 by equivalent weight of CaCO3. Weight of CaCO3 13 into 100 by 2, 650 grams of alkalinity as CaCO3. Next, chemical parameters. Hardness. The hardness is expressed as CaCO3 equivalent of calcium and magnesium present in water. Hardness as CaCO3 mg per liter. Weight of Ca2 plus by equivalent weight of calcium 2 plus into equivalent weight of CaCO3 plus weight of mg plus 2 equivalent weight of mg2 plus equivalent weight of CaCO3. Equivalent weight of Ca2 plus is equal to 40 by 2. Equivalent weight of CaCO3 100 by 2. Equivalent weight of mg2 plus 24 by 2. Hardness as CaCO3 mg per liter. Degree of hardness 0 to 55 unte soft water, 56 to 100 unte slightly hard, 101 to 200 unte moderately hard, 201 to 500 unte very hard. Alkalinity and hardness. Carbonate hardness is equal to minimum of total hardness or alkalinity. Alkalinity or hardness. Carbonate hardness is equal to minimum of total hardness and alkalinity. Example 320 200. టోటల్ హార్డ్నెస్లో ఆల్కనిటీలో ఏదైతే మినిమంగా ఉంటుందో దాన్ని కార్బోనేట్ హార్డ్నెస్గా తీసుకుంటాము. 200 is minimum. In this 200 is minimum. So CH అనే బదులు 200 mg per liter. 320 minus 200 120. Next, sedimentation. Design of sedimentation tank. VH and design of sedimentation tank. VH horizontal velocity, vertical velocity, length, height. VH means horizontal velocity or flow velocity. VS settling velocity, time of horizontal flow, L by VH, L by Q by BH, LBH by Q. Retention time, volume by Q. Time of falling through height, H is equal to T is equal to H by Vs. If first assumption is called T is equal to dt LBH by Q. T is equal to H by Vs. Vs is equal to Q by Bl. Actual settling velocity వచ్చేపాటికి small g capital Gs minus 1 d square by 18v. Surface overflow rate V0 is equal to Q by Bl. Surface overflow rate can throw out thought of settling velocity of particle, which if introduced at topmost point at inlet will reach the bottom point at outlet. This Vs is shown by another symbol V0. This is the example for calculating the surface area of settling tank. What is the surface area of settling tank? For design discharge 1.5 meter cube per second. Assume depth of overflow rate for tank 40 meter cube per meter square per day. How to calculate the surface velocity of water? Surface area of settling tank. Use this formula. This is the another example for calculating the retention time. This is the another example for calculating the percentage of particles having settling velocity. Use in these three sums, use these sedimentation formulas. Sedimentation velocity formula. Next one, biological oxygen demand. BOD means biological oxygen demand. Dissolved oxygen inlet I minus DOF into DF. Dilution factor, volume of diluted sample by volume of undiluted sample taken. For example, if initial dissolved oxygen 5 mg per liter, final dissolved oxygen 2 mg per liter, 5 ml of sample is mixed to form 100 ml of diluted sample, find BOD. So BOD is equal to 5 minus 2 into 100 by 5, 60 mg per liter. Next one, biological oxygen demand. LT is equal to amount of organic matter present at any time t. T is equal to time in days. K is equal to rate constant or deoxygenation constant. L0 is equal to maximum amount of organic matter present. D by dt LT is equal to minus K into LT. dLt by LT is equal to minus K into dt. So LT is equal to L0 e power minus KT. BODT is equal to L0 minus LT. That is L0 minus L0 e power minus KT. BODT is equal to L0 of 1 minus e power minus KT. Next, biological oxygen demand. Deoxygenation constant for given system depends on the type of impurities present in wastewater. For sample impurities express sugar, deoxygenation constant will be more. For complex impurities like phenol, toluene, aldehydes, ketones, etc., K will be less. In general, deoxygenation constant can be under the base 10. BOT T is equal to L0 into 1 minus e power minus KT. It is not given in the question whether base E or base 10, then we'll use the base E. KD T power T degree centigrade, K 20 degree centigrade into 1.047 whole power T minus 20 degrees. This equation is called Winth-Anheles equation. Population equivalent. Next topic is population equivalent. It indicates strength of industrial wastewater for estimating the treatment required at municipal treatment plant. Average BOD of domestic sewage is 80 grams per capital per day. Population equivalent is equal to total BOD 5 of industry in kg per day by 0.08 kg per day. This is the one example for calculating the population equivalent. This equivalent form, use the population equivalent formula. Total BOD of industry in kg per day or per day by 0.08 per kg per day. Flow formulas for sewer designs. Hazen-Williams formula V is equal to 0.85 C R power 0.63 S power 0.54. Manning's formula V is equal to 1 by N R power 2 by 3 S power 1 by 2, where V is the velocity in meter per second, R is hydraulic radius, S means slope, C is Hazen-Williams coefficient, N is Manning's coefficient. R is equal to wetted area by wetted parameter. Darcy-Weisbach formula HL is equal to FLV square by 2CD. This is one example for calculating the velocity flow through sewer. The slope of 1 meter diameter concrete sewer laid at slope of 1 in 1000 develops a velocity 1 meter per second when flowing full. When it is a flowing half full, the velocity through the sewer will be. Use Manning's formula. Find out the answer. Peak sewage flow. Q max is equal to 18 plus root P by 4 plus root P, where P is the population in 1000. Partial flow characteristics of circular sewer. Let A is the area of flow under partial flow condition. Capital A is the area of flow under flow under condition. Small d by capital D is equal to 1 by 2 into 1 minus cos alpha by 2. So small p by capital P is equal to alpha by 360. Partial flow characteristics of circular sewer. Hydraulic mean radius R is equal to flow area by wetted parameter. Small r by capital R. A by P is equal to capital A by P. Small a by capital A is equal to small p by capital P. Partial flow characteristics of circular sewer. Velocity is equal to small b by capital B. So 1 by n r power 2 by 3 s power 1 by 2, 1 by 1 r power 2 by 3 s power 1. When pipe material of both sewer is same, then small n is equal to n. The slope is also same. then S is equal to capital S, small b by capital V is equal to R power 2 by 3 by capital R power 2 by 3. Partial flow characteristics for circular sieve. For maximum velocity, small d by capital D is equal to 0.81. For maximum discharge, small d by capital D is equal to 0.95. This is the one example for calculating the design of sieve. Natural forces for purification, which are self-purification process. One physical forms, dilution and dispersion. When sewage of concentration Cs flows at the rate Qs into river stream with concentration flowing at the rate Qr, then concentration of resulting mixture is given by C is equal to CSQS plus CRQR by QS plus QR. Sedimentation. Next, sunlight. And the sunlight has a bleaching and stabilizing effect of bacteria. It acts through the biological reactions. This is the example for calculating the BOD. థ్యాంక్ యూ అండి. ఈ ఛానల్ కనుక మీకు నచ్చినట్లయితే లైక్ చేసి సబ్స్క్రైబ్ చేయండి. థ్యాంక్ యూ.